Okay, give me a second, guys. It appears we're having some technical difficulties with the stream audio. Uh, da, 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 all my audio levels are already checked. Thankfully, I found this out no before halfway through or at the end of the stream. I wonder if I push my audio through. Can you guys in the Discord talk so I can see? Here.
Let's see if they can hear us.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, stream. I need you to chime in here. Can you hear them or not?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Haha, we have success. Everyone is saying they can. Okay, so with that being said, we didn't get too far into it, but the Cliff Notes version is pay to win isn't exactly the direction that we want the game. We're going to want it to be balanced, we want it to be fair and on equal ground for both the pay to win people, because by right they're spending their money and they want to pay to progress, but also there should be equal opportunities for the free-to-play players to be able to, I guess, grind and invest the time instead of the cash to actually progress and keep up with the pick. I think that's a fair assessment of what everyone's.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that I want them to actually go to a point where they're mimicking Clash Royale and Hearthstone and other these very proven models of games that are time tested for 6 years. I think that's great. I think that there's a slippery slope, though, and I just want them to walk that line very effectively in order for us to get the greatest product that we can possibly get.
I can agree with that. Like, they have a saying when I did programming class: don't read. If as a game you're in a genre that already has tried, tested, and stuff, no one is saying you have to rip them off completely, but they would have already put in the groundwork to showcase good, I guess, design models that you can potentially gain insight from. So it's not something that you feel like maybe you're taking too much of a risk. You know it works, which is why I'm glad you guys brought up the Hearthstone example, because I actually used to play Hearthstone a lot before I moved over into other. And they have, like you were saying, they have arena mode in Hearthstone where you would pay 150 gold to get a chance in the arena. You go play through 12 matches and try to win 12 matches, or you get 3 losses. And as long as you can, for the most part, win 3 matches out of those 12, you kind of sort of break even and make back enough where it's not considered a loss that you invested the 150. So I'm in agreement with what you're saying, and I think that the devs really need to acknowledge that, even if it is that they don't, like, I understand it's a company, I understand that their primary goal at the end of the day is to turn a profit and avoid that red line. So I can understand why they would more sort of, I guess, kind of favor the pay to win model. But I feel like if you're spending 25 Cartman cash or whatever to get additional entries into said challenge mode, then you should be at least able to make back. I would say a fair amount is maybe 15 cash. 10 to 15 cash I think would be a fair amount to make back, because you can get back cash from like PvP packs throughout the day or whatever to help add up to the 25 if you want to try for a second time or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not clear, like, I was also a Hearthstone player, and I mean, I played High Ladder for a long time. I kind of gave up South Park in a way I gave up Hearthstone for South Park. I absolutely agree that I think that if they modeled this almost like tit for tat with Hearthstone, we would find success with that model. And I think that, it's kind of going back to what we're at this point, kind of just saying on record, just go with this.
Yeah, I think the other thing too goes to hit on your point of, obviously the goal is to make money. I think people have this weird perception sometimes that whales are the only way to make money, and obviously whales are important. They're heavily investing in the game. But if the devs set up the game to where people enjoyed it, they trusted that their money was well spent, they had lower offers. If the thousands upon thousands of people that have downloaded this game even spent $5 a month, that's going to end up totaling more than a few people whaling because of personal choice or addiction or whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's their choice to how they spend their money. But the revenue, I feel like the company and other people sometimes have this bad perception of where it has to come from, and it doesn't have to just come from whales, and that's why they need to make their entire player base happy.
Well
One
said.
thing, like one big thing that I think that so they had that dollar deal maybe a week ago. One thing I immediately asked Buck, I said, how many of those did you sell? And the answer to that, I guarantee you, is very high. And then you might ask, like, how many Terrence and Phillip whale offers did you sell? And then the answer to that question is, well, we sold a rack of them to Roxo and a rack of them to LHM, and that's it.
Whale to whale, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
Right.
So if they sell like, 10,000 $1 packs, versus like just making $500 off of two people, I just, there's value to that. And I mean, it's simple math at the end of the day.
The pay to win,
Exactly.
lower it. People will buy it cheaper.
That's kind of one of the things that I've always felt about Red Wings. Like they're like, on the one hand, I kind of feel like their heart's in the right place, but on the second hand, it's like, why are you punishing people for wanting to? Like, they have this kind of mindset where they say, oh, we put locker limits in the game to make it fair so that people that don't have the time to dedicate to the grind to progress don't get an unfair advantage. Or they say,
Right.
oh, we made challenge mode with this entry fee thing so that people can't just grind it out and make back all their money if there's like a cash reward or whatever. Like, stop punishing people for wanting to enjoy your game on that level. Like, I get you might care on that side where you don't want people to potentially become addicted to the game or something, maybe. Like, I understand that. Like, there was this whole, I don't know if you guys remember the whole Flappy Bird craze that happened.
Oh, yeah.
However,
Oh, yeah.
and the
Nope.
developer legit just like took his game off the store or whatever because he said he felt bad that people were being addicted to it and all types of stuff. So I mean, I kind of get that mobile gaming kind of raises questions about addictions of some sort, but I really feel like Redlings need like lighten up on trying to govern everyone's play style. If I want to grind the game, let me grind the game. It's
Absolutely.
obviously because I enjoy the game. At some point, I'm going to grind and get to where I want to be, and I'll just chill. But if I'm genuinely enjoying the content you're putting forward, you're doing a good job. Let me enjoy that content.
Yeah, well, and like another thing too is take a look at some of the elements that we have in front of us as far as the full-time job schedule they just posted for us today. Like Ubi Toller informed me today that I have another part-time job, is what she did. And so like it's like talking out of both sides of your mouth in a way, because it's sort of like, well, they want to kind of manage us on one end, but then also they say, hey, here's something to do 5 days out of the week.
Honestly,
All
right, sorry, go ahead, Gimmet.
Okay. I think that kind of speaks to another point that I have about the whole challenge mode. Is kind of a negative, and I don't think it would feel like such a chore if the modes were different. But one of my biggest problems is that this new challenge mode uses the same resources that our PvP ladder uses.
Right.
So it absolutely feels like you have to grind more because you theoretically have to have, like we talked about, your card levels for all the cards in the game leveled up, especially if the challenges are going to have like specific requirements or goals in the future. So
Totally agree.
I have honestly never played a game where the different game modes pitted themselves against each other so much and fought for your resources. Like normally it is a matter of time. It's okay, what part of the game do I like best? What do I want to participate in? And this one, it really more of you're forced to choose based on the resources you have, and that's just really weird to me.
Yeah.
I know I'm all geared and ready for that Dougie challenge.
Absolutely.
Looking forward
and
to that.
Oh boy.
one thing that I dealt with today a little bit was I had to have a conversation. So in a lot of high ladder guilds, their leadership might have to have card queues for like Blood Elf Bebe or Terrence and Phillip, these newer guys. So I had to have a conversation with someone today where I had to tell them they requested to be on the Blood Elf Bebe list when there's like 5 or 6 top 100s in our team going for level 6 Bebe. I had to say, no, main decks only. I'm not funding your challenge deck. Eat a dick, you know?
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
was
is
funny.
absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely my other biggest thing is how it affects team dynamics. Because I mean, in our team on Hella Team Style, I mean, it wasn't heated or anything, but we had an all-day discussion about how we were handling new cards for that reason. Because we now have 2 different modes that require them at really 2 different levels to be competitive, that require the same resources. And so, you know, some people are interested in trying out the challenge mode. Some people just want them for their main decks. And not only that, but just across the board, why do people want to donate cards now when they want to get every card leveled up? Like,
Yep.
that's just crazy.
Right.
I did an inventory of my collection the last stream that I was talking about, the first announcement, and I have roughly like about 18 rares that I'm now going to have to try and figure out to get to level 3. And that's a lot of materials across the board, no matter what theme you play, regardless if it's your main theme or not. Like it's not as bad for like the epics and the legendaries because those are relatively okay. But when you start thinking about having to get all your rares to level 3, having to get all your commons to level 4, like that is a lot of materials to invest that you could be
Absolutely.
putting elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Money, real life.
Shoutouts to the biddies in the stream. Shoutouts to Freshka coming through the stream. Bruh. Hearthstone legend right there. But yeah, you guys were saying.
I give biddies to myself to give to you. That's just kind of the way I roll.
Mad respect.
But yeah, I think that this is a good. I mean, I'm not at all, any criticisms that I have. I'm very excited that they're coming out with a new mode. I think we all are to an extent. Friendly battles were kind of the last thing we got, so this is not all bad. But that being said, the slippery slope of pay to win is looming, and I don't want that to be a thing. And I don't want it to be kind of the new norm, if you will, where like this is all they implement, because it's going to push people out. Like I by no means, I'm not free to play quite, but I don't spend a lot either. And so I don't want to be alienated along the way. I want to continue being part of this community and doing what we're doing. And like, all of us get along great, have a good time. Even the beef is actually kind of funny half the time with most of the people in the community. This is a great game. There's tons of value here, right? So I just wanted to let's keep it gully, right?
We definitely all love the IP. Sure, that's what's
Definitely.
keeping a lot of people around through thick and thin for this game.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I don't think it's all negative, and I think that it's really exciting that they're bringing new content. It's something we've all been asking for a long time. I think the only thing that I would like to see from Red Links is sometimes when they release something new and the community is kind of like wary about it, like with this, the response is, we're giving you new content, so be happy. And it's
Right.
like, well, not all new content is good content. And it's not that, I mean, I think most of us, especially in High Legendary, it's not that I want to have something to bitch about, but I really do love this game, and I love it a lot because of the gameplay, but also the amazing community, and I want it to succeed. And if they go too strong of pay to win, it's not. And I think that's more of what worries me than just how it impacts my personal gameplay.
I want to also touch on is, like, I say it to a lot of people all the time, kind of jokingly, but it's kind of true at the same time. Even though people tend to complain a lot when it is that Reddit brings out stuff, as a community, we've gotten most of the stuff that we've asked for in some shape or form as far as content's concerned. We haven't always gotten it right away, because I know a lot of people have been asking for a lot of things over the years, but we did get
Right.
friendly battles, we did get increased rewards in legendary PvP packs, we did get card rebalancing, we did get like all these things we're getting along the way. It takes some time for it to, I guess, happen, and I think that's what pisses people off. But it does eventually happen in some shape or form. So I mean,
Yeah.
we have to kind of give Red Links their credit in that regards, and kind of try to remind people every now and again to like not totally jump down their throats about stuff. And you know, you catch a lot more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So I'm happy to see that a lot more of the community posts that I've been seeing on Reddit have been kind of well thought out, kind of concise, summarized, very good points, and put them in a positive manner where the devs don't, I guess, feel bombarded whenever they come online to check out stuff. They can actually get valuable feedback, you know, instead of like just pure toxicity. So shout outs to the community, shout outs to Red Links. Happy
Yeah.
fun times.
I definitely love, like, I mean, I absolutely love to hate Steve, and I fully admit that. Like, it's like been the pastime of mine. I make all those Fedora jokes about him because, like, let's just face it, he deserves them. But coming on and being like, yeah, guys, I don't have to be on here at 9 p.m. And then we're just all like, oh, your client relations are stinky. Stop it. So, like, it's fun to, like, make fun of these things together with all of you. And by the way, big shout out to Big Daddy Bushy, because I know he would want a shout out more than anything. So
Hey.
appreciate you swinging by, buddy. We love you. But I do love to sort of dislike the devs, and then like Ubi Toller is like a client relations dream. Like I would hire her in a second to handle any client base I needed, because she is just saccharinely sweet and you know, just an incredible person. And so
Everybody
when you
loves
have
Toller.
all this, it's a weird dysfunctional family, which is why kind of we're here in a lot of ways. And then like, oh, and I don't mean to forget Blue Badger, but let's face it, he's forgettable. That guy doesn't even play South Park. Like you can tell that dude like doesn't even play on his lunch break. But he's there, right? Like he's telling us all about what he thinks.
Hey, they did say on stream that Blue Badger had the best record in the office.
Because he plays very rarely to maintain it.
This is also potentially true.
Yeah, he's probably like he's a wooden shield and he's 3-2 or something.
I did have one more aspect that I wanted to talk about because I thought it was really interesting. You know, they talked about on the dev stream this new mode, but I hadn't seen anything about this potential modifiers that they mention in this new update. And I thought that was really intriguing. What those modifiers look like, how they affect the game. Could they be taken into, you know, would that maybe be applied into friendlies too? Because that's something we kind of wanted to see in friendlies was modifiers to test out things. So what do you guys think those modifiers will look like? Or what do you hope to see?
When you say modifiers, do you mean like fight restrictions or like level restriction modifiers? Like, did they give any specific? I didn't get to watch the stream because my ass is at work at that time.
No. It's right there. It's in the final words of the notes. It says there'll be new things coming to challenge mode in the future, such as modifiers that can make matches more intense or change the way some mechanics work.
Yeah, some things that I would like to see are like it's not anything big, right? So it's like I think that double energy production would be a great modifier, right? So like
That would be
things like
interesting.
that would be really lit, kind of cool, to something that we're not used to. Then
Infinite
like
energy.
Zalgo and I, like we'll be running energy staff during those modifiers because we're terrible people.
Mystics
right?
for life.
Mystic for life, right? So I'm excited to find new combos to sort of game break, make people frustrated. I wish I could spawn Zen 12 times and one Paladin Butters and just taunt the whole field and just take your bar.
That's my nightmare.
That is true. You know, you bring up a very good point, something I wanted to touch on as well, again, Richard. Like, even though technically they said this thing is like, this challenge mode is like legit right around the corner, I haven't seen any screenshots of what the arena looks like, haven't seen any mock-ups of what the battle system will look like or anything. Hey, I just got hosted. Appreciate it, Carl, man.
Thanks for the host. We love it.
That young host notification. Appreciate it. Shout outs to Carmec TV. But yeah, like I haven't seen any mock-ups. Like normally whenever they're introducing new stuff like this into the game, we at least would have gotten like a picture reel of what it looks like or seen some video footage to hype it up in action. But I personally haven't seen anything.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
wondering how that works. I know we said we were going to wait till the end to touch on some of the stuff from the stream chat, but the Laughing Man just posted a paragraph about some stuff that he thinks is missing from the game, so I'm just gonna mention it before the stream chat runs over it. Some critical things this game is missing to keep it on par with other CCGs, daily login rewards. I can agree, Duke has that, Hearthstone has this. Daily missions for rewards. Once again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links has that. Hearthstone also has quests. Exchange, where you can trade in cards to get coins and duplicates back. Hearthstone has a disenchantment feature where you can get enchantment dust to craft cards that you don't have in your collection. I'm not sure how well that would work in this game, given the fact that it works by levels and you don't just have the one copy of the card, so copies become relevant. That's always been something I've wondered about. Casual mode, play people outside of ladder without penalty. Technically kind of have that with friendly battles. It just needs to get, I guess, fine-tuned where we actually have a friendly so we can challenge people and we have to jump plans.
I would love a casual ladder. It would make me so happy to just zone out and just not care about locker limit, just sort of play mindlessly.
The clan hopping thing kind of upset me because of the restriction they put during events. Because like, why would you make it where you have to stay in your clan to get your rewards, but then at the same time you can only go in someone else's clan to play against them? Like, I've said it to Buck a couple of times that they should have just made it where once you start an event in a clan, that's the clan you have to finish the event in. So at the very least, even if you leave the clan, once you get back to the clan, you can still gain your progress to open up whatever team packs or whatever you need. You shouldn't just be barred from the event.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, we gotta give them time. We don't always get what we want, but Red Links, looking at you.
Yeah, I'm a diva. They better do it sooner rather than later, because like they don't want to see the hissy fit I'm ready to throw.
That's the sad part. Like a lot of players, well, I mean, they leave and they come back sometimes, but a lot of them just leave and it sucks because like,
yeah.
You know, you've invested that much time and effort into something, walk away from it, like that cannot be an easy choice. So you know it's like really bad. Someone decides that that is the better alternative.
Mm-hmm. And I think that speaks to Big Daddy Bushy in chat was talking about how he's in the top 200 and he doesn't spend money. I do think that's true. I think it can be hard to look at ladder and be like, oh, it's all pay to win, because there are a lot of free-to-play players that do very well. I think the danger is if it gets too grindy. If it gets to the point where, yeah, you can do it as free-to-play, but it takes a monumental amount of time and effort, that's the point where people aren't going to want to do it because it's not fun anymore. So I think that's the main thing about it. It's not that you can't do it, it's do people want to. And I think we're getting close to a point where people don't want to, and that's not good.
I can even speak from personal experience a little bit. Like I have very minimally invested. Aside from recently when Blood Elf Bebe came out, I knew like it was love at first sight. She was a mystical fantasy sweetheart. I knew I wanted her, so I bought like 3 or 4 of those packs, and now I have her at 5. So be careful, everyone. But anyway, other than that, I've minimally spent, and I had just always grinded. I've always been, I mean, up until yesterday, literally yesterday, I was running a level 4 catapult in top 100, and all my team makes fun of her or me. It's just a thing, right? But I am fatigued. The grinding of events, all this stuff is so hard. Grinding packs all the time, trying to just keep up is exhausting in some cases. And I've had to lean on my team to sustain me. We all like pep talk each other like, it's all right, brother, stay in it. You know, like there's several of my teammates are in chat right now. They are exactly who I'm talking about. Like we 100% almost have to like motivate each other. And that's rough over time. Everyone also isn't as lucky as I am, meaning they don't have those team resources. You know, there's a lot of dynamics to it. And I just want Red Links to just keep their eyes and ears open. That is all I ask of them, is to keep their eyes and ears open and truly listen to us and tap into why we're here.
And I saw someone mention it as well, like they don't always have to acknowledge when it is that someone says something to them, but it would be nice to showcase more of them even just saying, that's something we'll think about, or oh, I might just pass this on to the devs. Like any little bit of, I guess, reassurance or feedback, I guess, because there's like so many suggestion channels and feedback channels on Discord and suggestion posts and feedback posts, Reddit. But a lot of people just feel like it's like almost a wasted effort because they don't see where there's any, I guess, engagement that this is something that was either a good idea, a bad idea, can work, cannot work for whatever reason, or it's something that we've thought about but we can't do, or we can't go into it more. Like any little bit of leeway to give so that people do know that their opinions and thoughts are legit in acknowledged after they put all that time and effort coming up with.
Definitely. Let's open up your free pack on stream. Let's see what we've got, Zalgo.
I think beyond that, Ghost, they also need to put together a better plan of releasing information, because right now it's so last minute. Like, oh, we've got this new feature and it's going to release next week.
She's totally right.
I mean, sure, things may not happen. It is a game.
Say, in Redlink's defense, I think they're, for some reason, they're deathly afraid of their stuff getting data mined, so they legit wait till the last possible minute so that they can have the element of surprise on their side. Because I realized with their schedule, what they used to do, things would get data mined and leaked like a week or two before, and then they'd be in a hissy fit.
Well, I'm not saying that it has to be put in the game, but they can still say, hey, these are the things that we're planning to release for the next 3 or 4 weeks,
True.
things like that. A lot of games have like calendars as far as this is what's upcoming.
Yep.
And I think it's important simply because there's just a lot of psychology behind the idea of like people can be patient if they know something's coming. So just constantly getting an answer of, we're working on stuff. Well, we don't know if that new stuff is going to happen in 6 months or 2 weeks. And that makes a big difference on people's willingness to be patient for something to happen.
Yeah, it also stops me from whining, because I'm always like 2 moments away from just whining myself into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have more info on that in the future.
Right. Thanks, Steve. Congratulations on your copy of Smuggler Act, by the way, Zalgo. I know that the chat was really thrilled to see that.
Indeed. Every little counts. It's free, guys. You don't complain because it's free. It's to live by. Whether you're on the internet or in real life, whatever you get for free, you should not be
So true.
Well, I mean, that basically covers everything that we wanted to talk about for this developers update. I know we all have our opinions on a wide variety of things in concerning this game and other stuff, but I mean, at the end of this day, does anybody in the stream chat have anything that they want us to highlight or talk about, or any points that they want to bring up?
I mean, pizza toppings, you name it. We'll answer it all. We're very open to whatever you...
God.
Alright, so let me see what we missed there in chat. I'm accepting that this game is only going to change at the pace of the development. Well, Laughing Man, they've gone on record to say multiple times that it's a small ass team can only do so more. So they do have plans for stuff that they set out, like for instance the events that they do. I've heard them say on stream, I think before, that they plan those months in advance or weeks in advance, something like that, and then they pick out whatever cards they want, and when they have special events that kind of tie back in with the actual South Park show, like when they did the whole Marcus episode, and then they put Marcus in the game and stuff like that. So I mean,
Right.
they have some stuff planned out that they set at a certain pace, but I don't know if it's like this is the only thing that they're working on, or their time is split between other stuff, or the team is just legit small and they don't have enough time to consistent. Yeah, mixture. We will have more info on that in the future. Oh my god, that's such a running joke.
That just came out. Like, at this point, it's automatic. It's like, oh, we will have more info on that in the future.
I
great.
legit have been trying to be more into the Legends chat, and I am amazed at how quick with that thing people are. Like,
Oh, I'm up there on the list of being quick with it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Hey, how do you think I
it's crazy. Yeah, Freddie Air email, go for it. If
brother.
If it
Whatever you
doesn't
got.
work, yeah, we'll just let you know.
How do you think I
Have you
Pretty
guys
full-time job?
have you guys finished the single player side of the game?
Yeah, it's all finished up.
I have
No,
a
I
couple
haven't.
of stuff that I haven't maxed out yet. I've maxed out everything up to episode 9. Episode 10 I'm at 73 out of 75. Episode 3 out of 75 and episode 58.
I legit cried when I finally beat Grand Wizard Card.
It's ridiculous how much the AI ramps up on these things once you get past like challenge 10 out of 15.
Mhm.
It's,
And the sad part is you can't redo levels for actual loot. Like, I would like to think that even though I'm at 15 out of 15 on a level, that I should still be able to play the 15 out of 15 level and get rewards from the lockers. Like, I think that's fair, but I don't know. I'm
I
not
gotta-
a game dev.
I got a whispered question from Jokes Magoats, who is number 4 player in the world. He asked me, Cacao, are you presently wearing pants? The answer to that is no, I'm not. So, next question.
That's why we're not on camera. Everybody's not wearing pants, good.
I'm
Like, that
wearing,
was before we started this, we all four said that we are not going to be wearing pants because that's the way it should be.
we did.
No pants
true.
club. Big Daddy Bushy, what card in the game needs a buff the most? Wow.
Tough one, tough one. Mystical Assassins. I don't care which, take your pick. I would take Choirboy Butters.
Alright, everybody gets one card that they want to get buffed.
Oh crap!
You have to pick one card. You can't just say Mystic Assassin. You have to pick one definite card.
Let me think on this. I was a snap choice. Let me think. Let me think.
One card. Damn it!
It's okay. You can take like 2 minutes. It's 6:43 now. I'll give everybody 2 minutes to think. Because that is
Nice.
a legit question and it is a hard question because there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in the game.
Fee picks for bidding.
Oh, everybody knows how I roll. I've been making, so everybody jokes about how much money I make because I run a marketing firm. It's not the marketing firm that makes money. It's the feet pictures that I give out. Hit me up for details.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you got Savage is one of my best customers for the record.
oh yeah, I'm like VIP. All right.
Alright. I'm gonna go first since I already have mine in mind. Grand
Go ahead.
Wizard Cartman.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually.
Like, I legit feel like, considering that A, Cartman, my favorite character, so I'm already biased. B, it's the boss character for the game. C,
Right.
it is the central theme character from the first South Park Stick of Truth game. Why is this card so crappy? Why is
No,
this
I
card
agree.
not like the godlikest card in the game?
And plus, I have level 3 of him, so it should
I
be
do
great.
too.
So I can
I'm
run
showing
him.
it on my stream right now. Like at level 3, he has 1,480 life. I can sort of live with that, even though I think it should be over 1,500 at level 3. But his attack is 38. His stupid ability does 68 damage. What do you mean? Like, that should at least do a clean 100 at level 1, maybe 150 at level 2, and then like 200 at level 3. Cause, I mean, it's the boss character in the game. Come on, Ridley.
I actually love how passionate you're getting about this because the more you talk about it, the more I agree.
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to get into the fact that this thing costs 6 mana and is this bad. Like, even Manbear Pig at 7 mana, I would play over this.
give him the stand of many moons.
Oh, that made me so happy as a fantasy player.
All freaking legendary should have gotten the stand of many moons. I don't care what anybody says. Legendaries are supposed to feel legendary. But that's enough of me ranting. You guys pick a...
so hard to pick just one.
You know, I'm going to actually make a pick that I don't know if people will agree with, because this is already a very strong card. I am a big proponent of, I think Angel Wendy should either have a stat increase or should be able to heal the new kid. Because other Wendy's can affect the new kid. And I know a lot of mystical haters out there will be like, oh no, we can't possibly give you nice things, only nerfs. To you, I say eat the dick. Angel Wendy, greater stats, heal the new kid. That's mine.
Heal 300 to the new kid, I'd be screwed.
Lesser than. It wouldn't be full 300 to the new kid. But I mean,
Okay,
you know,
I was gonna say,
like, smaller increments the way deckhand butters
like
works.
10%, like 30.
Right, that's fine.
I think that Angel Wendy could heal tower. I'd be fine for that. But I don't really see how she needs a stat increase because I mean she survives tower blast and everything. So, and she like takes at least 2 hits for a level 6 assassin to kill. So at level 6
level 6 Wendy dies to level 4 fireball.
I would agree with that buff. Minus
Yeah.
the stat increase because she's a ranged character, so I'm okay with her stats not being the greatest, and she heals. So level 6 max Angel Wendy does 300 heal. I'd be okay with her healing the new kid for like half of that.
Yeah.
I'm with that, Dobbs. Hit it up, baby. Preach that truth.
Before someone else answers what card they want buff the most because the stream chat's running, Jokes Magoats asked me, did you go to Comic-Con or did you sneak a code for your outfit? I actually was one of the winners for the Twitter contest where they said dress up your new kid like a superhero and posted to them on Twitter with the hashtag SDCC. So I dressed up my new kid like Doctor Strange and I got the message this morning saying that I won. And they gave me the outfit in the game, so now I'm dressed up like Iron Man, and I'm here rocking this suit and changed my name to Zalgo Stark. So yeah, there's your question answered, Joe.
I got a question on Discord from Stella Marsh out of Team Norway, who's a friend of mine. Good to see you, Stella Marsh. Asked me about my character's rebranding because I was Starship Cacao, the fun-loving, suit-wearing playboy for a long time, and then I became the Grand Crusader. I'm basically out to destroy Dobbs Merc and all of his evil sci-fi minions, and so only a Grand Crusader Paladin can do that. So that's behind my rebranding, and that's I appreciate the question because I do put a lot of fun effort into my new kid, and so that's why he's a Paladin now and not the Playboy Starship Cacao he was before.
Hey, Mr. Nice Outfit himself, Roman Edge is in the chat.
Oh, Roman.
Alright, so that leaves Gamer Chick and Savage.
Alright. I'm gonna go off the I'm gonna go a little bit over and say all of the freaking Randys need a buff. Again. What? Except.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one. One. We agreed on this. You have to pick one.
That's true.
Oh, I was gonna say except for Sexy Ned, because he's actually really good. I would say
you're gonna pick Amazingly Randy. Let's be honest here.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Because that's really the only one that needs it.
The only thing amazingly about him is that every time I see him, I'm like, oh, thanks for the free win.
Hey, that notification. Appreciate the follow, Edge.
But in all seriousness, a card that needs a buff, I would probably say Shield Maiden Wendy.
Good choice.
I think she needs a buff. Because as it stands, she sucks.
Interestingly, Suppress has been running her and like doing pretty well with her, but I mean, of course,
if ever level 4 or 5 like he does, and I'm
I
sure
am definitely confused at your choice because she just got buffed.
It wasn't enough.
No,
but that's the thing. The only
enough.
way that you can make this card better is you'd have to change her ability because her ability is just too plain.
I don't know. I think you could give her like tank like health, and that would make a difference.
Damage reflect while she's shielded. Damage reflect would be pretty cool.
I would agree with that, but then that's what I'm saying. You'd have to change your entire ability because I actually suggested this to Buck and Steve them, and they were like, due to how the game is encoding, it would be more of a pain to change your ability as a whole. Wow, the follows are coming in. Yo, shout out to all you guys. Appreciate the follows.
Oh, let me see.
I'll be donating 3 feet pictures to the top 3 biddy donations, so be sure you throw those biddies to Zalgo's cause as well.
I actually had to put up the cup on the screen because y'all were going ham with the biddies, and I felt bad that there was no notification on the screen.
All right, so one left. Which card?
All right, so gamer, it's on you.
I think I have to go with the most obvious card and say Labard Jimmy. Could definitely use a buff.
Oh dear God.
Or at the very least, a reduction in his cost of
Yeah,
energy.
being 3 cost, I think is
I thought you were gonna say at least a reduction in his frequency in PvP packs.
that would be good.
No, he is OP in that regard.
Yeah.
Appears too damn much.
Oh, congrats on your almost level 6, Labar Jimmy, that you clearly never requested or leveled.
But they should make him like a bard, like in Stick of Truth. He's a bard that heals, does buffs. What does this guy do? None of that.
There
True.
once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She couldn't something, but boy did she swallow.
I loved him in that game, but yeah, he doesn't do that in this game.
And it's weird because, like, all right, so one Jimmy, first Jimmy has an aura. Storyteller Jimmy has an aura. Friar Jimmy has an aura. Why the hell does Labar Jimmy have a worker?
I know, it's
weird.
a rogue with him.
It's one of the things I've talked about in the past. Like, I kind of feel like, granted, variety is all nice and whatnot, but I feel like there should be some level of uniformity across the board for a central character. So, I mean, if all 3 other Jimmys have auras, why wouldn't you just make the 4th one have an aura?
Yeah, why not have his aura like increase attack on your units or something? Like opposite storytelling. Anything. Just an aura.
Exactly. I mean, hell, even if you wanted to let him still decrease max health to all enemies, he could have that as an aura.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
It's weird because we've been talking about Labar Jimmy for 5 minutes, but it's actually been productive.
Amen to
It's
that.
true.
About him is productive. Using him is not.
Yeah, this conversation's been more productive than actually running him and Zach.
I've seen
Yep.
some of the whale type people. At one point, I don't know if it was, but I saw had him at like
In 5 minutes, I got 17 of them.
Yeah, Jokes makes a great point where he just pulled 17 of them and he's not even playing.
ridiculous.
To the point, every time I open a PvP pack or a pack, I say to myself, how many Labards will I get today? Honestly, I don't know what's up with that.
It's weird, and I know like the devs have gone on record to say, "Oh, it's just confirmation bias. It's totally normal, and cards that you get in packs are weighted towards what you don't have, etc., etc." I get this card way too freaking often for this to be just a coincidence, and way too many other people get this card way too freaking often for it to be just like. There's no way so many people can have the same story that the last card in their PvP pack a lot of the time is gonna be a Labar Jimmy.
Or Outlaw Tweak, or Deckhand Butters, or Mimsy, or Pigeon Game.
Pigeon Gang, aka Bebe Food. Next question.
What do you mean? Pigeons are us? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Alright, anybody else in the stream have any other questions? Because we're gonna try and wrap this up. I did not even realize where the time went. We've almost been doing this for an hour now.
Yeah, we've been having some fun. It's been good.
But the important part is we got through the dev update. I'm gonna highlight that at the start of the video, and then the rest of the video talking about.
Yep, and they go live tomorrow morning.
Yep,
Me,
yep. Get
AM.
hyped for that challenger mode. I'm going to treat challenger mode the same way I treated Arena and Hearthstone. I'm gonna just take the free entry whenever I get it, and I probably just won't after I get it.
Same thing. If the rewards are worth it, maybe I'll do it once or twice more.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the main selling point for a lot of people is what the we I guess we more or less already know that they've said, I guess on stream, that they're cash reward because they don't want people to or whatever.
I just use it as an excuse to play Captain Wendy because she's my favorite card, but not in the theme I play, so I can't ever play her. So I'm ready to basically like orchestrate some triple shots to your new kid.
Gamertrick actually brought up a very important point to touch on before when we were talking, where I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on what you think the challenge mode meta will be like, because we saw where ladder is one thing, friendly battles was a completely different thing from ladder. So I'm wondering
Definitely.
what new shenanigans potentially will we see for challenge mode. Will people be trying to get quick wins with cheese decks and doggies and paladin border shenanigans or Kyla the draw elves? Will people be trying to break the game with hyperdrive and stuff again? Like, what do you think?
I can't do my meta card. It just
Friendly
sucks.
cards are like friendly decks are still going to be pretty strong, I think, right out the gate. That's what we're going to see a lot of like as soon as this comes out. I think that it will evolve though, like when we start seeing those modifiers, like those different win conditions that we can get to maximize points. That's when you're going to see it switch over a little bit, and we might start seeing like the Paladin Butters doggy combos and hyperdrive rats, the just all the cheese ball bullshit that we hate playing against. And like Aerostorm will be a big card I'm going to throw out there. I think Aerostorm will be used quite often.
Oh, definitely. What do you think, Gamertrick?
Yeah, I think at first it will definitely start off the same as friendly meta, since the structure, at least at the beginning, is the same. I think the only thing that might hold that back is it depends on where people's card levels are at. For instance, I unfortunately don't have my Belf level 4, so I will have to wait to get my Blood Elf to level 4. So that might kind of change it, because people will have to actually play with cards they have leveled. But in general, I think it's the same idea as far as a lot of combos is good, low cost is good.
Gamer, you want to borrow my level 5 Blood Elf?
You can just shut up, you asshole.
Not as OP as people say she is. She's actually way better.
Yeah, she's really good. Terrence and Phillip is actually really good. I got my ass handed to me today by some Terrence and Phillip in friendlies. And I knew they were going to be. I mean, they're a strong fighter that's a neutral. That's a common. I mean, what else could you ask for a friendly deck? Like, they're going to be really good.
They can, they can fit in every deck.
Yep, that's
Exactly.
neutral.
I mean, look at those stats. It's like 2 Heidi's.
Yeah, I've seen level 5 ones running around on ladder already, and they are scary to deal with. Or us non-adventure wielding.
Yeah.
I never feared Canadians until now.
Haha.
But yeah, I think that it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen.
I'm really happy to see that we've gotten back-to-back new cards, kind of. Just recently got Blood Elf, baby, and now have Terrence and Phil. I'm curious to see how much time is going to pass before we get another new card.
Well, my only disappointment is that the link is like they got really good about releasing cards pretty quickly after events, but Blood Elf Baby, it'll be what, like a month and a half by the time she gets released, and that's frustrating.
I agree.
That's
They
true.
didn't get offers for it either. Except for the
It's like I was saying before, Red Links has like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword that they wield. It's like on the one hand, they sound like they have a valid reason as to why they want to do certain stuff. So like with the card releases, they say, oh well, we want the people that got them first to feel extra special and enjoy that notoriety of having that card before we populate it to the masses. And I get that, especially for the paying players, so to speak. But at the same time, like all the other people that want to benefit from the card, you're kind of punishing them and kind of just rubbing it in their face for an extended period of time. Like, I can understand if like the week or the second week of the card release, you just let those people have their time to shine and showcase their stuff. But then I think 2 weeks is long enough.
Yeah. Or at the very longest, a month.
Yeah.
Has it been that long already?
Time flies, man.
I don't.
Well,
really
I think
We're
it's
almost
been-
at the
I think
end of
morning, so-
another Legend season. You realize that, right?
Right. I think it's been like 3 weeks, and they said she wasn't going to be released until next month. So it'll probably have been at least a month and a half.
Yeah, I'll get my level 6 then. It's gonna be great. I'll see you guys out there.
And I'm so happy that I still run my on hold. I will use that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I run it
Anything.
for that reason.
Like, I've been noticing a lot more in top 1000 ladder, seeing a lot more big body stuff, a lot more level 6 Mimses, level 6 EGAs, level 6 Officer Barbarators, and I'm just like, I even saw this dude running level 6 Robin Tweak, level 6 Canadian Ike, and trust me, that thing is a nightmare if you do not get that shit right off the bat. Like, I was playing against him,
Absolutely.
I think his name was Tasman. It's like level 20 guy, he drops Canadian Night Ike, drops Robin Tweak, and then drops a level 1 Mr. Hanky right after, and
Good God.
I just couldn't do shit about it. I was running my Manbear Peak deck and I'm like, why don't I? What have I done to deserve this? And like, the dude was down 2 bars and I just legit could not stop that little Canadian. I was just like, you know what? Good game. Nice outfit. Well played.
Good. See you later, Jokes. Thanks for coming by, and hello to Irish Man.
Yep. Shout outs to Jokes. Irishman just woke up from his nap to say hi. Appreciate it, Irish. Hope you're enjoying that outfit.
Oh, prepare to get lulled to sleep again by my buttercream baritone voice, Irish, because that's about to happen.
Is anybody else streaming South Park now? Because we're about to wrap this up.
Yeah, we can rate him.
22 Park streamer. I'm gonna get off this and go Fortnite.
Nice.
I don't know.
Check. South Park.
Oh, I see. Glanzern is.
Alright, Glanzern is on. Somebody named.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get Glancern in there, because I'll go snipe him.
I'm a. Hit up Glanzern. Does anybody know?
Appreciate
what the
everybody
command is
coming
to
through.
Anybody from the stream? I've seen other people do.
You just type in /raid space and their Twitch name.
Okay. Alright.
Later,
so-
Bushy. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks once again to everybody that came through the stream. I'm gonna try and upload this to my YouTube channel once I get off the stream here. Appreciate all of you guys coming through to support and talk and chill with us about this game that we all love so much. Big shout outs to the squad, hella team style, always holding shit down. And big shout outs to our 4 guests on my stream here, Gamer Chick, Savage Killer, Starship, Cacao. So I'll let you guys just do y'all outro and plug whatever you want to plug. Have at it.
So I got this. So you can find me Bristly Legend on Twitch. Also, you can catch me at Illuminati Leadership. I'll be on the Discord if anybody needs anything, deck help, what have you. I got you covered. But anyway, thanks for listening, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love doing these. I was just on last week on Average Guy's final podcast. Sad to see him go, but what can you do?
Yeah, thanks to everybody for coming out. Definitely appreciate you being here. It's great to talk with everyone about the game that we love. I'm on Twitch. I'll be streaming later tonight and on Saturday. So definitely come on by and hang out with me then.
I'll definitely be on Gamer Chicks. I'll be giving her biddies whenever she loses.
Yeah.
Making them.
Right on, guys. Savage, get at it.
What?
You're the last one, Savage.
We're
I
waiting
already
on you.
did. I already did. Wait, did I?
No,
No.
you did.
Wait, did I? Oh, I don't even know. Okay, yeah, but you can find me on the Discord, the Reddit. That's pretty much it. Or play
That's Savage Killer. You can find him in my inbox asking for feet pictures.
In the DMs.
God damn it, that was supposed to be private.
Thanks,
Alright.
guys. Appreciate it.
Alright, so that's it. We're gonna go raid Glanzern, guys. Thanks again for everyone coming through. Shout outs to all y'all cool people. I will see the rest of you new kids on of South Park. Take
Peace.
care. Out.
Late.